very dark period under General Zia, where very many anti-women laws were passed. One of them was that if you cannot prove rape, then you will be accused and punished of adultery. So there was an overturn of those laws. However, they have not been implemented. Many pro-women legislation has not been implemented because of the mindset. We had this week a federal minister reprimand Bilawal Bhutto Zardari for using his mother's last name. So obviously, standing in parliament, even the policy makers, they need to rethink their approach to women's rights and to what women really stand for in this country. So I think today's rally is saying that recognize the 50% of your population, give us our due rights and change your mindset. Don't think that we are second-class citizens.
Why I am at the march today is because, well, the Pakistani gender parity index worldwide shows that Pakistan is at the second bottom position in the world in terms of gender parity. So obviously that in itself is reason enough to march. But there are so very, very many reasons, as many women we see over here, as many reasons to march. And where obviously there are concrete reasons for marching, such as honor killings, rapes, murders of women, the fact that they do not participate in the economy in ways that can empower them. There are also some reasons that may not seem very obvious, but that are extremely important to urban women who don't feel free, who don't feel they have an agency in their lives to decide things for themselves. They are doing a lot. They are fighting against it all. It is not to say that they're just sort of taking it all in and not retaliating, but the Aurat March is one way of putting that collective effort out there and showing that we are going to take whatever it is that belongs to us.
I think the women in Pakistan have got the message, and you can see from this rally today that more and more women feel energized and can now pursue their rights with more confidence than the time that we started the voice for women's rights. So I think that today's message is courage for empowerment. We have the power inside us. The only thing is people have to recognize that women do have power and that now they are ready to show that they are able to exercise that power in order to get their rights and in order to have a society and a state that is based on tolerance, on justice for all.
We are doing this Aurat March under no NGO, under no corporation, under no political party. That's just Haq Auratein.
What's the purpose of this today's march?
So it's a Women's International Day, 8th March, but for Pakistan it's very important because we are basically demanding different freedoms that are enshrined in the Constitution. Freedom to access to justice, freedom of expression, freedom to access to information, all kinds of freedoms that are hindered by the patriarchal society. I think we need to let them know that what are their rights are, and they need to access roads and access public spaces and demand their rights. No one will give them the rights themselves. It's the women who need to demand them, and that's why we are on the road today.
This is Darbuka. I have been doing theatre for past 7 years, and I have this experience that to empower women, to empower any crowd, you need music. I am an artist. I feel that there is a huge support of music in every act, even in protest, even in march. So this created a huge support, and I think you all see that how all these women feel empowered, and we all warmed up. Any kind of movement, it's a conversation starter. So the conversation we started, and we're talking about all these issues which are very hard to talk about, or they're taboos. I think that opens opens a lot of room for us to move forward and grow and become better as a society, as a nation, and more inclusive and more willing to give women opportunities and letting women take the forefront.
थोड़ा सा साइड में आया ना जी। আসেন না কেন দেখবেন
because of the fact that the figures in Pakistan in terms of women's labor participation, in terms of honor killings, in terms of how honor killings are almost rarely ever prosecuted, people who are involved in honor killings. Sana Chima, the Italian Pakistani girl who was killed in Gujarat purportedly by her family. Her brother and father were recently released. Kandil Baloch. There are so many examples. These are only examples that come to me off the top of my head, but there are figures that have never been duly collected. There isn't enough data out there. There aren't enough stats about women. There are so many reasons for being a feminist in Pakistan, and that is why the Aurat March is out here doing all of whatever they can do at this point in time.
This is, can't you see that this is the, a beginning of new movement, a beginning of new wave of feminism, younger feminists who really want to reclaim public spaces, want to reclaim their cities and want to reclaim our country. We feel that women still, it's a long way to go for Pakistan, and now we are seeing, you see like lots of women who gathered today without any backing, without any force and power. It's their own power that they are gathering here, they're demanding their right. So I think this is the beginning. We want to see women on the table of decision making table in the parliament, in every job, in every workforce. So we are hoping that this is the beginning, and we'll see that women will basically reclaim all spaces, be it government, public, any private space, no matter what spaces these are.